Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer. Today we're back with the Beastmen. We're on the Norden map, so of course I decided to play Beastmen. We're up against a Bretonian opponent. Some of you may have seen this replay already on Heir of Carthage's channel, as I did send it to him and he already casted it. But I figured I would give you guys my perspective as well as the person who was playing the army, and also I know some of you that watch my channel don't necessarily watch his, so I figured you'd want to see this as well. So yeah, Beastmen, we've got a nice mobile force, Centaurs and Poison Warhounds with the same on the other side. We've got, of course, the Eye of Morslib, 2 Gorbals, Malagor is carrying the Wind Spell, Bray Scream, and Mantle of Rock. We've also got 4 Ungor Spearman Herd and an Ungor Herd, as well as the Butchers of Kalkengard and a unit of Ungor Raiders. For Bretonnia, you can see Knights Lionhearted, just discovered by me. I'm going to go ahead and pull away there. We've got Lewin on station, Spearmen at Arms, ton of peasants. There's several units of Foot Squires, including the Beast Slayers of Baston. We've also got plenty of Peasant Bowmen as well, Shielded Men at Arms up front, and another unit of Knights of the Realm. Damsel Lore of Beasts, nice to see. And for a wide kind of peasant-focused army like this, it makes sense not to necessarily go with the healing. You know, if there were like Grail Knights, Hippogriff Knights, stuff like that, then I would definitely expect to see Lore of Life. But with a little bit of a wider build like this, you definitely can get away with using Beasts or Heavens for that matter. Speaking of Heavens, good Heavens, Lewin is out of position here as I'm able to lead him kind of a bit on a wild goose chase. It looked like he had maybe pathed an attack order on those Centaurs. So I decided to see, you know, how far away can we actually lead him here. Now, Lewin's not going to take much damage from the Hounds and the Centaurs, and they really don't want to fight him straight up here. But at the same time, he doesn't really want to just sit here either, because look who's coming. We got the double Gorbal and the Butchers there, but Knights Lionhearted are going to get in here to support their king, get a nice counter charge, then come the Gorbals and the Butchers. Now, I do want to point out something very important here. We're going to pop these Butchers of Kalkengard with the buff spell, Mantle of Garok, and that is going to massively increase their stats. They're up to 96 melee attack and 154 weapon strength. They're just going to absolutely rip Lewin to pieces. I mean, it's just not even going to be close. You can see how much burst damage he's taking here, as each of those unit models is just giving him an absolute pounding. Now, that Amber Spear does come in and do some really good damage on the Gorbal. Likewise, the Feral Manticore with his good charge bonus, 54 charge bonus, comes in, puts a slap in on that Gorbal. And the Centaurs and the Hounds get terrified away. We didn't do as much damage as I would have liked to the Knights, but Lewin just took an absolute pounding. Now, there are a couple things to consider when Lewin routes like this. Lewin, if we look at his healing here, you can see it has 1 charge, and it will stop if his leadership breaks. So, essentially, if he routes at any point in the battle, he will stop healing. So, Lewin's self-healing is gone at this point. However, he also has Beloved Son of Bretonnia, which means that all units map-wide for Bretonnia now have immune to psychology, plus whatever that is, plus 8 melee attack, a little bit of charge bonus, and weapon damage. So you can see, like, for example, these Knights Lionhearted are immune to psychology, which means that the terror I have is not going to be super effective. We are starting to filter down with some infantry to support this fight down here. 1 Gorbal is getting super low. The Butchers have taken quite a bit of damage as well. Meanwhile, over on the side, the Bretonnian infantry starting to work their way over here. This unit of Spearmen was unbraced, so we're just going to charge them in the face with the Centaurs. Hounds also don't count as large. Just make a note of this, guys. Majority of Hound units don't count as large. Chaos Poison Warhounds do count as infantry-sized models, so the Spearmen get no bonuses against them. You can see the Eye of Morslib also pounding out. We've been mostly targeting the Foot Squires, as I don't have a ton of great tools of dealing with them that aren't Minotaurs, and the Minotaurs are a bit busy right now dealing with the Knights over here on this flank. We did get some Hounds and some Centaurs also coming back from route. They're able to get in and finish off that unit of Knights there. Knights Lionhearted also got routed off. Lewin's back. He's not dead. So that does mean, again, Beloved Son of Bretonnia. So if we look here, these peasants actually have decent stats right now. 37 and 38 for Shielded Men-at-Arms is not bad. That's actually like Empire State Troop worthy. So yeah, not too terrible. Of course, the leadership is still much poorer than Empire State Troops, but we did mop up a couple of Men-at-Arms here with this mobile squad. We're going to next start to collapse on this unit here and start to kind of roll up this flank. Looks like we've got another Manticore summon. And yeah, we're just grinding through some of these Foot Squires here. Again, the armor piercing of the Butchers and the Gorbals are going to be very key here. So, oh man, looks like it's getting stuck on the horn there. I love the Butchers of Kalkengard. It's such an awesome unit. But Manticore's going to come in here and finish off one Gorbel? Maybe. It looks like he actually went after the Gorbel that has a little bit more HP left. And, you know, you guys will hear me talk about this frequently with the Beastmen, but shielded Minotaurs are by far the best, because otherwise these peasants would be generating massive value against them. I mean, of course, the Butchers of Kalkengard also have the benefit of having a regeneration and very high melee defense, but, oh man, another point-blank Amber Spear just blasts a Minotaur in the face, and he is down. Wow, he's down for the count. That was a nasty shot there. I really like the use of the Amber Spear. Keeping things a little bit close. It's starting to go in my favor at this point, just because the Eye of Morslid pretty much untouched here. Likewise, Malagor is untouched. We've been using these Ungor Raiders to kind of help support a little bit here. Obviously, my infantry, being much inferior, is going to lose out over time. But as long as we can kind of break up my opponent's advance, do a lot of hit-and-run charges, get into the back line here, you can see these Centaurs and Hounds piling in on this unit of Peasant Bowmen here. And they have been doing a great job, already racked up a ton of kills, just mulching through multiple units here. You can see Lewin just being used to debuff the melee defense here with his Sword of Couronne. That is going to be particularly important against the Butchers because, again, that 60 melee defense is a lot to get through. We're going to throw down another Mantle of Garrock here, though. You can see 44 melee attack, 40% weapon and AP, and that Damsel just gets rocked in, like, literally a second and a half, is just completely gone. Almost. And, yeah, that's the power of that Mantle of Garrock spell. Even though there were only 5 unit models there of the Butchers, they still just did a insane amount of damage, and that's the reason why I like using Malagor in this kind of a build. You can take the double Gorbel plus the Butchers. The Butchers with that Mantle of Garrock will tear apart literally any unit in the game in melee, pretty much. So yeah, you can see Lewin comes down. The Butchers actually do rout here. I'm going to throw down a Bray Scream to refresh the vigor on my troops. Unfortunately, the Gorbel is still exhausted, but hopefully some of these other units are tired. Yeah, tired. Hey, I'll take tired fresh on these Centaurs, too. That's, I mean, of course, they have perfect vigor, but like these Bowmen, they are also fresh, very tired there. So, yeah, basically, if you can get very tired or active or anything pretty much besides exhausted, and your opponent's exhausted, it makes a big difference. But, yeah, at this point, the Bretonnian army is pretty much done for. It's just a matter of cleaning up a few key units here in the late game. You can see the Beast Slayers. Although the Ungor Raiders don't do the most AP in the world, they only have, what, 1 AP per shot? Pretty abysmal. But they do have a lot of unit models, a full 90 unit models for a full unit, and that doesn't mean just through sheer volume of fire they can still do decent damage to armored units. You can see the Centaurs and the Hounds going to be following up here, probably charging in on those Foot Squires. And, yeah, Gorbel is here, just taunting the peasants to dare approach him. But, oh man, we're going to get another Amber Spear here as the Damsel tries to pull it back. Maybe. Nope. Oh, nope, she's not going to get it off in time. Gorbel just charges straight through those peasants and starts chopping them to pieces. She actually pulls off in the other direction there. But, yeah, at this point, critical army losses are going to hit, and that will be game. So, well played to my opponent. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that one. Yeah, just from my perspective, again, the sort of the idea of this build here is to play mobile and to try and just catch the Bretonnians in unfavorable engagements anywhere you can, and we definitely did that effectively. The 253 kills on these Centaurs didn't even get an XP chevron, though. Just goes to show how many worthless, you know, filthy, smelly peasants that they ate. Same thing with the Poison Warhound, 79 kills and no XP chevrons. The Butchers, though, did a ton of damage to Lewin, also helped deal with the Knights. They were very key. The Gorbels racking up some pretty solid kills as well. Gorbels, believe it or not, they're not good. They're okay for fighting monsters. They're not amazing because of their mass issues. Against heavy cavalry, though, they're very good. So, you know, against like High Elves, Bretonnia, the Empire to a degree, anyone where you expect your opponent to bring a lot of heavy cavalry, especially like elite heavy cavalry, Gorbel is very, very good in those matchups. He just does great at, you know, swiping multiple unit models on each hit, and just overall very good against heavy cavalry. So in this matchup, of course, you can definitely expect heavy cavalry, so might as well bring 2 Gorbels, right? 144 kills on the Eye of Morslid, also a very key, pretty much an auto pick for every single Beastman build for me, just because of the utility it offers. It pounds infantry. The Eye of, or the Warp Gaze ability is the only hard snare that the Beastmen have access to. So, you know, just that in and of itself is tactically super, super useful. But yeah, overall, very fun battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.